All right, all right, all right.
So anyway, Jay, that is
Shut
an
up,
Eiffel
don't do it.
Tower. That's how you do that.
Okay, wait. Now, let's just do our little intro real quick. We are the Three Dimes. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here. And I, first off, when I first came here, I missed both of them. I grabbed Tony's titty, and I shook Chris's hand.
Yeah, he shook my hand, and I weak-handed in. I was so unexpected.
So I don't know if what I liked better was...
Did you
Tony's-
do the limp hand?
I
where
weak-handed.
he squeezed.
Where I basically
And
crushed
you
his
just-
fingers.
Yeah, like you try to pronounce your,
I didn't
your
get
manhood.
a good connect. You know, you need that good thumb finger, forefinger connect.
You haven't shook a hand till you shook Jay's dad's hand.
Yeah?
Well, his
That-
hand...
Scott can shake a hand.
that
It's,
little-
it's not a normal hand. It's
That
like, it's
little
like a,
Polish Armenian will rip the digits right
Why
off
would you
the
think
palm
he's Armenian?
Because of
by
the
all
hair.
the hair.
Because of the hair.
Well, his hand is basically a giant callus. It's not even a hand.
It is.
Like
And it hurts.
when he cuts himself, he's got to literally cut himself, or to get blood to come out, he's got to cut through an inch of callus before he hits the actual skin.
Why is he draining blood now? Wait a minute. Go back. What?
Well, he
when he needs to get blood out, is he got a
Oh, no,
problem?
I'm saying there's a situation
Disposing
here.
of bad
I gotta
blood?
get this blood out.
I'm saying if there's a situation here where he accidentally swiped his hand with a box cutter while he was doing something at work, and
Can't
it
go
would
deep
not
enough.
go deep enough because
It doesn't
his
cut him.
calluses are just.
It's all the palm hair.
I mean, I think the the box cutter would snap before it would get internally into his skin, where he would cause bleeding.
You think that 080 gauge spring steel in a box
No.
cutter wouldn't make it through your dad's callus?
No, it would break.
It'd be like butter. It just couldn't get deep enough.
That's how he breaks it and gets the new blade. He just sticks it in a callus and twists it. All right, so we are Three Dimes. We've I've already said that, but
Yeah, several times.
I want to just say that we had over the past couple weeks we've gotten a lot of active sponsors that wanted to sponsor us, and we are not going for something just mundane or something that everyone has like Manscaped or anything like that. We're looking for originality. We're looking for someone that doesn't on something that's not on every podcast platform. So we're looking for some good what would you call it?
Some new talent.
Some
so
new
to speak.
talents there. Yeah.
So,
So
are you saying that our prior sponsor,
Yeah.
Tony's Total Donations, stopped paying?
Yeah, they were actually bought out by the cum dumpery.
Oh, dude. All the local disposaries, they go, or donation sites, they go
Yeah.
all corporate.
The
They
cum-
sell out.
Yeah, I know. They sell all bodily fluids by the bucket.
Oh, man.
So-
Can't compete. Little guy can't compete. So who do you got, Jay?
So not having any sponsors is hard, but again, manscaped.com/3dimes, you'll save 20%. In case you're wondering, that was the original plan, but it still can probably do that. I don't know. Well, we'll find out once we get that first check. But I don't know. I'm
You'll
thinking
get
something
what
original.
what do we get? Like 2%
Yeah.
of their
Two-
order
to I
on
think
their third order
I think,
only, or
I
something?
think there's a zero somewhere there.
I heard they're paying us in accessories for the razor we have to buy.
Yeah, and we also have to. I think if we shave ourselves
I'm not
on
a very
camera,
good example. If this razor can cut your hair
Yeah.
and keep you clean shaven, that's
Everybody
an
should buy
advertisement.
two.
Yeah.
okay. So we'll have
Everyone else only needs one. Jay could maybe use two.
We'll have a-
double fisted shaving just to keep it clean. He's passing one razor after the other just for a moment of baby smooth skin.
We'll have a razor here, and then we'll test how long it lasts for every shave I do for the next month and a half.
We'll have to explain to the audience that it is not a time lapse video. That this is how quickly his hair grows
Whatever.
back. This was only a 45-minute episode, and the man has a full beard again.
Not true. Not true. Hey, Chris, did you pull up that thing that I can quick look at, please? So how were you guys? How was your break from podcasting, being your faces on YouTube and Facebook? Were you enjoying the fact that you didn't have to come here and trim up a bit?
Well,
or look clean,
no,
clean cut?
every-
Because you were here, you were dirty when we got here, Tony, and you did change, which I didn't think you were going to.
Every Thursday, I just came and sat in this chair for 2.5 hours.
And just talk to yourself, or how did it go? Like, what did you do?
Sometimes,
That was it.
yeah, I just sat here waiting for you guys,
Oh well,
and you never showed.
that's disappointing.
Reminds me of my childhood waiting for my father.
so wait, you were here
Yeah,
during the day
No,
waiting
I-
for us, and
I
when
would
we
get here
got
at
here,
6:30.
and then when we got here, the internet's not working.
Right.
What did?
Yeah, no, every Thursday I got here at 6:30, and I just sat here waiting.
Oh,
Like every once in a while, I'd get up and look out the window.
with the headphones on, like you got to talk into the mic.
His window is currently blocked by a box truck, by the way. So he's a liar. So
Buy
let's
a beer box and a box truck.
Yeah, well, that was the reason for getting better internet, because we're not on yours, we're on my hotspot, and my hotspot only worked
There's our internet source
In
in,
the
the
window.
bunker.
in the window. It only worked up there, and I need some height on it, so I put it on Tony's prized trophy, and then on top of the new Glarus, whatever how do you say it, beer box. But I wanted to do a little tiny segment real quick to get things going. It's fun facts with Jay, or useless facts. I want to ask you guys a question real quick.
Okay.
Now, this is something I didn't hear forever. And when I think it was my son that asked me this. He's like, "Okay, I want to just say the word and then tell me what it is." Did you look at this?
No,
okay.
I just clicked it. And gave
So
him my
what
phone.
this word means to us?
Did you look at it? You're not
When?
looking at it, are you? Right now, because I saw you peeking at my
I
phone.
can see the side of your phone.
Stop looking at it. Okay, roly-poly.
It's a bug,
Okay, did you ever hear that word before?
No, I wanted to try to rhyme with it.
and it was a
Oldie,
sandwich
oldie.
shop in about 2004 that failed quickly in Waukesha, Wisconsin, that I did the floors in.
Roly poly
Roly-pol-
guacamole. Roly poly
that-
guacamole. That's what I would think of.
Okay, so you never heard of that? You have. What type of bug is a roly-poly? Because I've never heard anyone call
They
this.
got many different names.
Yeah, but like, what's the name?
Potato
that-
bug.
Okay, now do you know what a potato
they're
bug is,
actually
Chris?
a
Yeah.
type of beetle.
There you go. Actually, I'm going to give you some facts about that, which
Please do.
now you're wrong, but it's very misunderstood. For me, it's potato bug. I don't know why. I've never heard the roly-poly thing before. My wife has. Maybe
Yeah.
it's an age thing. Do you think? But my wife knows.
Your
and
wif's the
she's
same fucking age as you.
That
you
doesn't
No,
moron.
make any sense.
She's like me and you
we-
are like 3 weeks apart.
We
You're like
span across a mass
guys-
3-year
you're maybe-
age
you're like-
difference.
You guys don't
maybe
know.
maybe the late November of 1980 it switched over.
Maybe it's because we were allowed to go outside when we were kids.
You guys don't know that my wife is 5 years younger than me?
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
No way.
You never knew that? Yeah. She's very far from 40. So
She must be listening.
I don't know. It doesn't show on the chats. Okay,
Very
so
far from 40.
after I heard this, I'm like, fuck, I want to know what else I don't know about fucking potato bugs, which I always thought they were.
Tulsa Bike Garage.
First off, they got tons of names. I think one of the biggest names that everyone calls them is the I just had it. Hold
Potato
on.
bug.
No, not potato bug, actually. It's the pill bug.
Oh,
Call it the
sure,
pill bug.
sure.
That's weird. Okay, so here's the first fact. It's not actually a bug at all. It's not a bug. Okay?
It's a crustacean.
How did you so you knew that
Because
then?
they're hard on the outside, so they got an exoskeleton like a crab.
You are right. They are
But that's not why.
Yeah, it
no,
is.
what actually they're more closely related to shrimp, crabs, and crayfish than they are to ants or other insects. Is that fucking weird?
Ants have exoskeletons.
They do have
They're not-
exoskeletons.
No, their
that's-
bones are on the inside with a crunchy layer of skin around it.
Ew, he eats them.
These bugs, the bones are on the outside, like a crawfish tail.
Then ants' bones are on the outside.
No, they ain't.
Ants have an exoskeleton.
They
That's
do-
why they
I-
can lift hundreds of times their weight.
Yeah.
All
I
right, you
think-
might be right about that.
Yeah.
well, let's not. Okay, let's.
I'll
just-
do an
Okay, let's
autopsy
talk about
on
your
one when I
shrimp
get
bug.
home.
Your
Shrimp bug.
shrimp bug.
Okay, next fact. They don't urinate. Okay? Quite simply, they don't need to. Humans and other animals urinate to rid their bodies of waste containing ammonia. These bugs don't need to do that because they have a high tolerance for ammonia. Rather than excrete ammonia through urination, they release it as a gas through small holes in the shell. So they release their pee
As gas.
as gas.
Yeah, R. Kelly style, right into the mouth of the other potato bugs, preferably the younger ones.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You're good with this. You know, I just give you some facts, and Tony says some stupid shit that's funny. Okay. Oh, I don't know about this fact. They don't have a job to do. They do it well. I don't even want to read that one.
They have no job?
Yeah,
They don't do anything?
I
Do they
don't-
eat
I don't
dirt?
even- I mean,
Do they aerate for plants? They do
they
nothing?
They mainly eat decaying plant matter.
Oh, okay. And then they die, and then they become dirt.
Yeah, they die, decay. So yeah, blah blah blah. Any nuisance.
My kid puts
blah,
them on the
blah.
sidewalk, and they fry in the sun.
Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so there's only a couple facts, but the crustacean thing and the fact that they don't urinate was weird to me, and then all these different names.
For
I
a
did
pill
not-
bug.
I did not a pill bug. Yeah. So there's your fun facts for today, guys. So tell your kids, what do you call
That
a roly
was
poly?
Brilliant, Jay.
Well, I'll bring those every week for you. If you guys really want to know things about useless knowledge, I will. I'm not afraid to.
Bring it. Bring it.
All insects, six-legged bugs have See, your wife is so smart. Exoskeletons. Insects
Hey,
don't
the
have
wife
bones.
is watching.
Insects don't have bones, Tony.
She's spying on. Yeah, but we were using bones as
No, we said bone-er.
bones as an example of like their skin is the bone, the frame, if you will.
I agree with neither one of you.
Oh, speaking of frames, the subframe on my van completely shredded, and the
What?
tire fell off.
What is that?
Sounds cool.
So the car rides on a frame, right? It sits and everything's bolted. The body, everything's bolted to the frame, and then there's a subframe that connects the frames together.
Yeah.
And the
Well-
engine's mounted to it, and the transmission's mounted in there, and then there's wheels, things that align your wheels. So when you turn, they turn, and when you go, they don't go
Yeah.
away.
Ball joints, tie rods, all that fun stuff.
CV boots and such. Yeah.
Swing arms.
So I just had gotten back from riding 77 miles an hour, fully loaded with 3 hippies worth of camping gear, flying through central Illinois and back. Probably like 500, 600 miles of cruising on the highway. I park it. I get all my stuff out of it. My wife takes it to work the next day, and I forget exactly the sequence, but she drives about 15 total miles before she goes to a stop sign and goes to accelerate out of that stop sign, and the frame literally ripped. The subframe ripped open, causing all the pins that are connecting everything to come apart, and the wheel and CV boot and everything to go crashing off to the side.
Did you
Jesus
immediately
Christ.
call CarMax and get your over-the-phone offer?
Dude,
Yeah,
how in the hell did I take this thing? If this would have happened, this was a thing. It's not like a wear and tear part.
It
This
was
is-
it was the Indiana dirt binding everything together.
A piece of metal, like a 1/4-inch tubed frame that holds the support weight of your engines. One of its 4 corners completely tore, dude.
So you're trying to say that you are you are lucky and your wife is unlucky.
I think it's so hard for me to say, but I'm very grateful that it happened while she
your-
was driving
to your
here in
wife.
town a block away from home instead of
Wait, you said
full of 3 people and all our shit going 70 fucking miles an hour on the highway.
You said 15 miles.
He
until it
meant
happened.
15 feet.
No, I'm saying like 15 miles of driving. Like she went to
Wait,
work and
I
then
was kinda-
came back.
I was kind
basically.
of questioning the fact that she didn't hit a stop sign until 15 miles in West Dallas, which was
No,
really
I'm sure she
strange.
stopped
She
at
has a
many
path.
stop signs on the way.
I
You know
just-
what I'm saying?
No, I got you now. I just didn't
Dude,
understand.
the
that.
subframe completely tore.
That's
so
that's
so
crazy.
there,
That's
there's
weird.
a street. Uh,
That Tony works
used-
on.
it used to be called the Mexican Freeway.
All the
It's a
cars.
street called Pierce Street.
I know Pierce Street.
And on Pierce Street, there wasn't a stop sign from 6th Street to 27th.
Oh my God.
And it's the only area like in the city
Where you
without
don't
a
have-
stop sign for that long. And that's the way I used to take home because I went to school down there. And people drive 70 miles an hour on that street. No stop signs. and
25 or
just
35?
fucking It's a 25.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not.
Wow.
It's just one way each way, right? One lane
Yeah.
each way. Parking on the side.
Uh-huh. and there's nothing but like old abandoned businesses on it, on the street,
Interesting.
and people just fucking fly down it.
Yeah,
It's actually the shortcut to Pato if you're
When's the last time you were there?
Where?
Maybe on Pierce Street, because you're talking like 40 years ago that you were there. Now,
yeah, 20.
so
I
now
was
they
on
might
there maybe 2 years ago.
now they might have stop signs. They might
They
have
did
learned
2 years ago.
I'll bet
their
you they got
lesson.
I
humps.
bet you they try to put them up and they get sawzalled.
I bet you they got
So there's-
humps on the side roads so people
Oh,
don't
yeah.
pass on the right.
speed humps.
So there's stop signs and everyone's house has a stop sign because they cut one down and kept it as a fucking.
How do you
wall
make
ornaments.
a left-hand turn on this street when everyone's going 70
That would be
fucking miles
terrible.
an
That
hour?
would be
It's
that would be hard.
Fucking not easy. You better hope you don't need to do shit until 27th Street.
I always hate taking lefts anywhere. I'll go around the street and try to find a right.
You
till
do
I can-
5 rights.
I'll go right and
I
then
just keep
find
turning
a way
right
to
until
do a
I'm left.
U-turn. To find a U-turn because I don't want to have to wait. Because someone behind me, someone's behind me waiting too. I feel anxious because I'm making them wait while I'm waiting. I've had opportunities where I could have freaking turned.
Well, it's
but I
because you have
didn't.
that mirror in your car with the camera on it that's bigger than your actual windshield is looking forward. It probably does give you anxiety.
See-
You could probably see their faces right from your windshield.
That's my favorite
Yeah.
part of driving is waiting to turn left and causing traffic.
That's
I love being the cause of traffic.
That's silly.
behind
Dude,
you.
it makes me
Be-
feel
behind,
so important.
behind you.
It makes me
So,
feel so
when you
important.
go to the store and you stand in line, and there's fucking 5 people behind you. You feel entitled and happy.
in line.
Like you're kind of saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
dude. Just every once in a while, I turn around and be like, "There's nothing I can do, guys. Sorry." I
You
wish
just
I
like
could move
holding
a
them
little-
up.
I wish I could move a little faster.
What a jerk.
I don't do things to make it last longer,
No,
but
you
if
do.
I'm holding
I think that's
traffic up waiting for the other lane to go,
You better go,
Like, I feel
dude.
good.
Go.
I feel good
Go
about it.
already.
I think that might be one
How
of
many-
the reasons you got kicked out of Wingstop.
How many times
Holding up the
do you
line.
have to listen to a horn beep before you're like, all right, I'll fucking go?
I don't even
already."
hear them anymore. It's like the train a mile away from my house. I don't hear it anymore. Everybody who comes over goes, "Is that a fucking train?" I'm like, "What?" I don't hear horns, trains, or my children.
You're used to it, like the smell in your house.
Yeah.
Like there's a weird smell, and you don't smell that anymore because you live there.
Oh, I smell it. I got a fucking dog now. I smell it every time I come in the house.
Yeah, I have. I've cats. And
Yeah, I know. Your shit probably stinks. You got cats.
That building can't wait for your lease to be up.
stinks. I got an automatic.
Not all cats
I
stink.
know your neighbors are complaining. Them white boys over there smelling like ammonia.
I wouldn't even describe cat pee as ammonia. I could describe it as like a lethal toxin people
Yeah.
use in warfare.
It's bad.
It's the worst fucking thing. It woke me up from my sleep many times. It is so bad, and it
The
doesn't.
smell of your own cat's pissing woke you up.
Well, yeah, because he pissed on my face.
Oh, I thought the new ones are doing this now.
No, the new ones know better.
They
I mean,
smelt ya?
There might be a time where they might get an accident or two, but I was used to the other cat pissing on my face. I mean, their shits are even worse than humans' shit smell. It's unbelievable. Maybe because of the food. There's weird, gross fish parts, meat parts, and I don't know why cats smell so bad.
So I got this wonderful customer. She's one of my favorite people in the world. And she has these 2 fucking jungle cats.
Are they
Oh,
like
man.
really big or something?
Yeah, you know these two cats.
Is this the lady that's on?
Yep.
That's famous?
No.
Not famous, but like on TV and shit.
No.
Okay, then that's not the one.
This
I'm
is
thinking of.
Marilyn.
Well,
the
you
the
say
one
her.
the one who got you jambalaya and celery.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she's got these two big jungle cats, and you can't. They're like untrainable. They're
not even
wild.
domesticated.
No, they're wild
Why
animals.
would you
They-
have that in
They
your house?
literally, I've seen them jump 8 feet in the air.
Why would you want that in your home?
I don't know. They're fucking cool.
No,
but-
they really jumped like 1 foot. And Tony's like,
No,
this is 8 feet.
no, they'll jump to the top of an open door
Uh,
and land on top of the fucking door. They're wild.
if you had
So the one just decided one day it was just going to start pissing at the bottom of her open staircase on the landing going into the basement. So she has this piece of carpet down there that we installed maybe like 7 or 8 years ago
Oh my
that
God.
is not made anymore.
for cat
and-
pee,
And this carpet is there's a long fucking stupid story behind it, but this carpet means something to her and she can't replace it. So she was panicking because she had the cleaning guy over
was the
two or three times to professionally clean the carpet, and she's like, it still smells like the zoo over here. Is there something you can do? I said, well, I can come by. I can remove that, and we can give it like an enzyme bath at my shop.
Hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I'll do anything. So I go over there, and as soon as I walk in the door, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, it
the
was
whole
terrible.
house smelled like a zoo, like
And
the
I'm like-
penguins part at the zoo.
Oh, yeah,
I'm like, hey,
yeah, that's
I'm
bad.
like, Marilyn, you're going to have to give me some rubber gloves. I'm like, I'm not touching that shit. So she digs me out some big ass dishwashing gloves. I go down, I remove it. It's so crusty with cat piss. It cannot be rolled. It's
Gross.
Fucking
Why is
stand
she
straight.
keeping it?
so
Oh my
my
God.
my brother
These
Joe,
people don't deserve. Oh
my brother
God.
Joe was there with me, and I think he had the Rona because he couldn't smell anything. And
Oh my
no,
God.
that's
He's
how
just-
that's how he always is.
no, he's just
He can't smell
he's just
anything.
standing down in this landing. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't even think it smells bad.
Like I don't feel like I used to work with him, and
And
when I have bad farts, I don't care farting in front of him because he never smells them.
Dude, I'm like having a fucking anxiety attack trying to get this little landing of carpet. It's a pretty big landing. It's a pretty big house. But I get it out and I'm folding it because I can't roll it. So it's like,
She can't find any carpet anywhere
No.
to replace this with.
Maybe it's
no,
made
this,
of her
this carpet's like an heirloom.
yeah, maybe it's made of her previous owned cat's
Yeah.
furs.
Hand loomed.
Woven cat hair.
It's all taxidermy cats.
I know a lady that got her dogs taxidermied.
That's weird.
Gross.
That is so weird.
So I throw this shit in the van.
I was petting it. I thought it was alive at first, and she's like, it's taxidermy dog. I was like, oh, I'm stupid.
So I get this shit in the van, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Joe, that you got to ride back with this. And he's like,
Yeah, right. You didn't
he's-
care.
yeah, dude, it was the nastiest.
Well, you
fucking
already
stuff.
said he couldn't smell it, so why? What?
But now he's
whatever.
getting fucking closed up in a van in it.
Well, you have windows.
So we bring it back here, and my rug guy takes a look at it. He's like,
What the
in the
fuck?
fuck do you want me to do with this?
You're talking
It's
about
been used as a playpen for a zoo exhibit, basically.
We took it
a
outside.
giant cat monster.
We took it outside and hosed it out for 4 fucking days.
You.
Every day he would pull it out in the alley, spray it all down, scrub it out, let it fucking dry with the door open. It fucking still reeked. After 4 times of doing that and every time bringing it in, soaking it in this enzyme spray, it stopped smelling.
It did
And-
stop smelling.
And we went back to install it.
She had something else down.
So no,
The
no,
cat
not at
chose
all.
a different spot and used the rest of the fucking.
So we
just
we
can't.
put down new padding when we took the old carpet. When we brought the fucking carpet back, the new padding was already covered in piss.
Gross.
Yeah.
So then we had to change the padding again. We put it in. I told her, I'm like, there's no more doing this. She's like, it doesn't smell at all no more.
What is the floor underneath? Cement or
Cement.
that's gonna soak into the fucking
Dude,
cement.
it's everywhere. It's up
Yeah.
the wall.
Remember when you had
so
that
gross.
customer that had same thing with cats
Is it
everywhere?
a hoarding situation or is it
No,
clean otherwise? It's just these stinky,
it's-
dirty animals.
it's two older people. They live in a small mansion.
How do you know they're not pissing everywhere too?
It very well could be.
I mean, a mixture of human and animal pee. I think that's a
dude,
bad
stop
combination.
It. I ate
No,
recently.
I tasted it.
gross.
It smelled like it tasted like cat.
Gross.
I tasted it.
But
gross.
no, their fucking house is immaculate. There's not like a thing out of place in their house.
I don't believe you right away.
Why?
First
It's
off,
hard to
they're
believe that.
pissing on the carpet. Your story. The cat's pissing everywhere. How do I believe the house is immaculate? Immaculate.
You worked.
Immaculate.
I mean, you worked in the house.
I don't fucking remember, dude. I remember what I worked last month. I mean, you say the person
True that.
with the jambalaya, maybe that brings up a little bit of memory, but I couldn't pick her out of a lineup
Yeah, probably.
or her house.
Uh,
I mean, I got lost coming here. It's been 4 weeks.
Your GPS took you a weird way today.
No, I took danger route and I just did it without it. I
Wow.
wanted to see my skills.
That's bold, man.
And plus, I stopped drinking. So, well, I mean, my dad told me never be a
Court ordered.
quitter.
So you're able to recall it.
Uh,
So
random.
when you were driving here, how many times did you have to blow into that tube?
I thought you were gonna say every time you drove here, how many beers did you have before you finally got here?
No.
Saying
How many
implying
times you
I'm
got-
drinking and
Do you got
driving.
to blow in the tube just to start the car, or do you got to do it while you're driving too?
No, I have my kids do it.
Nice.
I mean, unless they just drank some mouthwash or something, then I got to get the other ones. I have 3, so one of them's gonna be
What
sober.
a great loophole.
One
you
of
gotta
them's
throw-
sober.
2 of the kids in the back with your tools. One on the front
Bouncing
seat.
around,
Dude. Yeah,
riding on grout bags
They-
and sitting on the backside of
They
Home Depot
love
buckets.
it. They love it, but when they come out after like a 5-10 minute trip, they're all caked in mortar. They come out looking like powder.
Just your little fucking tile washer still spilt all in the back of your truck.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. I'm doing now is I'm just finding them as I'm doing work and like, oh man, you know what? I ran out of spacers. I'll just look at my car for a couple minutes. I'll find 12 or 13 of them. Perfect. So there's upsides to being messy. Is where you think you've ran out of a product, but you haven't because it's just you haven't found it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that
found
makes
it.
sense.
Found
So
it later.
you think this woman's gonna come ask you to do this again? I'll guarantee you she does.
Yeah, she's definitely going to call me. This is the last time. I'm going to get rid of Ziggy.
Yeah, right. Like she's gonna get rid of the cat for the carpet.
Ziggy,
Yeah. It's a cat's name.
there's no Ziggy famous Ziggy sounding name. It sounds like it's someone famous Ziggy something.
Yeah, it's
Iggy Ziggy. No, what's that dude's
I
name
think-
with the shirt off all
I
the time?
think-
He's a rock star. Ziggy.
Ziggy Stardust, I think, is a cat's name.
No, I'm thinking of the rock star with the shirt off. Is
Yeah.
Ziggy something or?
Ziggy Stardust, a song by David Bowie.
Oh, okay. So she likes David Bowie.
Yeah. I don't know who David Bowie is.
Oh, get out of here. You're go back to school.
Oh, dude, you know who David Bowie is.
I'm sure I know of him.
You used to love that movie where he was in tight tights
Zoolander?
and his dick was hanging out. No, it was like a weird movie with creatures. It just creeped me out. It was really scary.
Weird. So, you ever do something so gay you question your sexuality?
Not very often, no. Not that I
What?
can recall.
The fuck? I think you
I-
had this question. You've already asked us this.
I did
Talking about what if you sucked your
last
own
week.
dick.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
would you?
way gayer than
Ah,
that.
see, Katie, she remembers the labyrinth.
Yeah, Katie knows.
Damn, dude.
So this is way gayer.
I need a
than
lifeline.
That. And I don't know if it was just the celebration of Pride Month getting to me or what, but I did something
Like
I
you're
thought I'd
being
never
infected
do.
by pride or
Like it's
something.
contagious.
Wait. So
Okay,
what,
carry
what,
on.
what were you doing?
So I was at the outlet mall.
Well,
Just-
that explains
just
it.
minding-
Send your wife you home.
Just minding my own business.
said
What
you-
was that, Chris? Did you were you gonna call me a home wrecker?
Yeah, home wrecker.
Okay. So I'm at the outlet mall, just minding my own business, right?
Okay.
Which outlet mall?
Johnson's Creek, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I fucking know what the hell that one is.
And
It's
I'm
by
just
the pine cone.
minding my own
bakery.
business. I'm there with a friend. And she's like, I gotta run into the Crocs store.
They have a
You bought Crocs?
I fucking left with a set of Crocs.
Wow. Do you wear them around the house inside
I got
now?
them on right fucking now.
You wear them inside
Oh
the
my
house?
God, you do.
Yeah.
You
Why?
gonna get those little flashlight attachments for them?
Oh,
They-
dude, I
They
got,
got
some-
little headlamp ones you can pop in there, and it's little headlamps
I got
for your
s-
little
I got-
shoes.
I got giblets ordered in the mail.
What are giblets?
They're little charms that go into little holes
Oh
in the
my
What did
Crocs.
you
God.
get?
My
The
kid had
Wu-Tang-
those.
Did you get some 3 dimes gear? You
No.
get a pop a dime on them Crocs?
No, I got like rainbows and I got a strawberry.
So you got everything Pride related?
Did you get your kids
No.
some?
No,
You
fuck
said a
that kid.
rainbow.
What color are they?
They're camouflage.
That's not
Brown?
even camo. That looks like chocolate and vanilla swirls.
It does. It does look like you put
How-
chocolate in your
okay.
vanilla and stirred it up until it was smooth and.
I just bought a set of Crocs too.
Oh God! Did you go to the same fucking place?
They're purple and they're size kids 7 or something. They're for my daughter.
What? Oh, I thought you meant for yourself. Well, okay, they have a whole store dedicated to Crocs.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
An outlet
And
store.
what else besides shoes do Crocs make?
Shoes.
Like
Other-
gloves?
they make other shoes.
Like they don't make it like hats, gloves, or
No.
like a whole shirt, a Croc shirt.
they make rubber shoes.
So are you sold on the Croc life?
I feel really weird every time I put them on, but they're the most convenient thing I have to wear now.
Okay.
Your feet smell less nasty, probably because
My feet
You
don't
have-
stink, dude.
you-
I
you
have a
have
whole team of
air.
Asians work on them
Are
constantly.
you wearing socks right now?
I am.
doesn't mean when
Socks
they.
and Crocs? Is that even more?
Yeah,
gay?
he is wearing socks.
I think it is.
And how come? Like, what's that?
Let me check my Pride app.
What's that
Is
flap?
there a ranking?
What's that skin flap over your sock? It's like a flap. Like you got like a, I don't know. No, the other side. Yeah, like that's your.
ankle?
Yep. This is like
you got
it's
cankles?
so weird looking right now. That little. What's that little ball on the side of your foot? What's
An
that called?
ankle?
No, that little. What's the specific name for that ball on the right side of your outside of your foot?
Katie will answer. She's
Yeah,
an
tell me what
arch-
that.
she's
Tell me
an-
what that big lump is.
It's
That's
the
Insects
fucking
don't
ankle.
have them,
Like,
Kate.
you
It's
have-
that bone down there that insects don't have.
like it's like coming. It's protruding out so far. It looks weird. It looks like something's wrong. And I've never seen you with short socks
He's
on.
got a prolapsed ankle. Is that what you're saying?
like like when a big chubby guy wears a tight ass shorts and their body kind of hangs over the sides. That's what your socks look like.
Your socks too tight?
I think so.
The sock is under the ball of my ankle.
Okay. So did only you buy Crocs or did she buy Crocs
She
too?
bought.
It's
She
an
bought.
ankle ball. She called it it's an ankle ball.
She
It's-
bought 3 pairs of Crocs.
Holy shit. For just her?
No,
Tony.
one for each of her kids too.
Okay.
But Tony,
Did you get your kids
Hell no.
Crocs? Kid Crocs?
I was the only purchase in the Kavanaugh household.
Golly.
I can't stop looking at your ankle balls.
Well, here, let me pull my
Chris,
pant leg up
Come
a little
over
bit.
here and look at this ball.
I'm okay without.
I mean, it's coming out like a
Pull it up a
like a
little bit.
sore thumb.
I can imagine it looks just like a.
Look at it. It's
He
I can't move the
do it.
cameras.
He wants to.
all
do
right.
it.
I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you, Tony, of your abnormalities.
It's an ankle ball.
but it's really it's yeah. I mean, you make fun of this ball.
I'm
They're the
surprised
same ball.
that's an ankle ball.
Why do you got an ankle above your nose?
I got an ankle ball above my nose. I had a skin graft and they took it from my ankle. And they put it like I got burnt here and they put it here and then all of a sudden it started growing like it should like it thought it should be the ankle ball and it was like, wait, I'm not by the ankle but I'm still going to grow like a ball. I don't know. I'm done with the ankle ball.
I mean,
Stop showing it off.
I'll keep it out a
No,
little
like
bit.
now you're making me like it's in my peripheral.
You guys want to go? You want to change the subject to one of the bad life decisions I've made recently?
Hold on.
Yeah, you bought a Crocs. Yeah, that was we already got your bad life.
I didn't buy.
Do you want to
Crocs.
hear? Do you want to hear the craziest part about buying Crocs?
I do. 15% off coupons everywhere, like just laying on the floor or something.
$79.
Holy
At the outlet store.
That was $79 with that
$79.
that plastic.
It's just a foam
And
shoe,
then I
right?
asked them for a coupon.
What'd they say?
They gave me a 15% off coupon, plugged it in, and said, doesn't work on those Crocs.
Oh,
Oh my
thanks
God.
for nothing.
Those are the new models. You would have to get the old models for this coupon.
Okay, so you have
And then I told her to put them back. I said, I'm not paying $80 for foam shoes.
and then you cried to your wife,
And
please,
and she goes, oh,
let me get them.
I can use this manager's discount code.
Oh, 25.
It was only 15.
Oh.
But
So they
how the fuck are they out charging $80?
so they
for
still
fucking
cost you
foam
$80
shoes?
after tax anyway.
Pretty
Because you're
much.
because you're
Close.
because you're buying them. You're buying them. You're making them.
Final bill's like 72 on them, and I felt completely raped.
You know what?
Yeah, that's a lot, dude, for sandals, basically.
You know what
Foam
you
sandals.
instead could have done is buy a cheap 3D printer, and you could have made your own Croc. Fucking
They probably
village.
think no married man would go out and no wife would let their married husband go out and get Crocs. So they figure like that client base is out.
Yeah.
Right. So they figure they can charge more because once you start wearing them, they're like a cost saver if you're single because you won't be able to get any dates anymore. So you won't have to go out and spend money anymore. So you can spend that kind of money on some sandals.
I don't think people really judge you that much by your shoes.
Oh, they
Whoever
do.
looks at
You
your
can't
shoes.
stop looking at his ankle ball.
No, that's his ankle ball. That's a lot different than a
Get
a
it out.
shoe. Get the fuck, you know, you gotta draw like a nipple on that thing. So, what the hell was I just gonna ask you? Now you fucking distract me with that ball.
Dude, it's like a big set of tits right in your face. You can't stop glancing at them.
You mean
You're
one?
you're trying.
one tit? I have one.
Well,
I
get 'em
can't
both
see the
out.
other one.
I can get them both out.
Yeah, the other one's not as big. You got, I think that's normal with every. So no, what I was gonna ask is you started this little spiel about the gay thing. Now what?
Yeah.
Now you're asking us if we think that you're
Buying Crocs.
That's it's a gay attribute.
I'm thinking of leaving my wife and
What? They have a Croc village of
I
gay
doubt
people?
it. Good luck finding a man with this set of tits you like to see dragging on the ground. Not saying your wife's are, but I know that's what you want.
You know what?
maybe you're right. Maybe you talked me back into straight.
I don't want to say anything that would get me in trouble, but I'm pretty sure gay guys would never wear Crocs.
That's all they wear.
They got more class.
That's
They
all
got more
they wear.
class.
That's all
than that.
they wear.
That's for-
every one of
If
them.
we got any gay listeners, answer me this.
They ain't wearing them.
No. How many pairs of Crocs do you have?
Now,
Come on.
I believe they don't have one pair.
Do
I
they
believe it's more
coordinate
of a,
with your color?
if it's
with,
it's like
with,
a
your
country-
outfits.
it's a country hick type thing.
I don't think so, man.
I think it is.
Inner
Country-
city Crocs.
Inner city. I don't know what the Croc customer base is, but apparently it's broad enough that they can charge damn near $100 for a pair of their shoes.
I heard a funny story actually. So since I've bought these Crocs,
Do you
there's
get
been
comments?
a lot of advertisements
That you've seen on your phone.
on my phone about Crocs, and a video came up about Crocs, and they were talking about the movie from 2000. I think it's like 2003. Idiocracy.
They're wearing Crocs in Idiocracy.
Every single person
Wears
in
loafers.
Idiocracy has Crocs on.
Croc
Yeah, and
brand
they're-
Crocs,
Yeah.
you think?
It's like
Because Crocs was a
Hickey.
brand new company, and they were like $5.
Yeah, I
And
remember that. I
they
thought they were
didn't-
super cheap.
They didn't have any kind of real budget for costumes for the movie. So they wanted to put everybody in something that looked futuristic but cost no money. So
Crocs.
everybody had on Crocs before Crocs were a thing.
Yeah, that sounds fake. Fake news.
Possibly. I
yeah.
haven't went in for a rewatch yet.
Who told you this? Some video you found on the internet?
Yeah.
Wait, did you really get? Did you really get bedazzled things for your Crocs? Really, or
No,
did you joke?
What are
around?
they
You
called?
joking around?
Goombas?
Giblets.
Giblets.
Are you joking? Because I know what you're talking about. My kid has Crocs and he has all the superhero ones.
You let your
stab in
kid
there.
get Crocs?
Fuck yeah, all of them got it. It's
Oh
a kid.
boy.
It's not an adult.
You didn't let them pick their own sexual preference. You made it for them with the Crocs?
But seriously, did you buy any of them?
No.
Okay, I was just wanted to make that clear or not.
If you could get ones that like held a key, so you could just hold your key
What
on
a-
your shoe.
What is with this
Or like a
flashlights and keys and shit on your feet?
A pocket for like your ID that you snap in and off
So
like a
it's funny.
giblet.
It's funny you say that.
They
because,
do make these, of course
Yeah,
they do.
because my brother.
The fuck
I told
outta
my
here.
brother that I bought Crocs.
Do they have steel toe attachments for work?
I told my brother I got Crocs, and
He's like,
"Oh,
drop my number.
he's like, oh, bro, I'm just about to get some Crocs. Check these out."
It's Joe,
and
isn't
he,
it?
Yeah, and he pulls up these fucking Crocs that the whole front of them is like a gigantic fanny pack, but
With
each
zippers
one of them
and all
have it.
kinds
Yeah.
of shit.
Let me see the picture.
I dig that. That makes sense.
I don't dig that. Why do you want more weight on your feet?
No, you want it out of your pockets. I fucking hate putting shit in
Put
my
it-
pockets.
Put it over your shoulder with
I've
a,
already
like a,
decided.
like a backpack.
I've
type
already
thing.
decided the back pocket is a completely useless pocket.
Yeah,
I
it
use it for
sucks
nothing.
because you
I use
you
it
sit,
for nothing.
You sit down and
Dude.
yeah.
There's all-terrain Crocs in here for $105.
What are? Oh, I'm in. Those sound like I want.
You know that's funny about it? He's laughing at something. We have no idea what he's laughing, and he's getting harder. We have no idea what he's looking at. But apparently, it's insanely funny for him. So let's try to guess what he's looking at, Chris. Is it there's boobs on the end of a croc, or there's a dick? There's a
Probably
dick.
a dildo on there.
Yeah, like a dildo that you can fuck a girl with
A
a croc
dildo
on.
attachment.
Croc. Is that? Are we close? Are we close?
These are my next Crocs.
Oh, with the high heel tip or
My
high heel
God,
toe.
Get the fuck. Really?
Balenciaga Crocs for $490. $480.
Scroll what?
Scroll over, you see the giblets they got a set of nuts that hang off the back.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
what
cool.
kind of
Like the
trailer hitch?
truck. That's cool. I like that.
God.
I like that. I dig that. Why you need two? I don't get. But
That's funny. Yeah, I like that. I would, if I had Crocs, I'd buy those. I
Yeah.
mean, just, I'd make my balls.
$479 Crocs.
Wow.
so when my van broke, I left my cell phone case in the van, so I had naked phone going. Just no case
Oh, gotcha.
on my phone.
These are the Crocs my brother was talking about right here.
Yeah, but if you had an iPhone, that's perfectly normal for people. Oh my God, that's ugly as fuck. Yeah, God.
It's got
Yeah, move
zippers
the
on
other
it.
way.
It's a pocket in the front.
Big kangaroo pouch in the front.
Why are you making me do that? You have a fucking camera too.
Yeah, so kind of fuck Crocs, but now I got them, so it's like a thing
now it's everywhere
So,
in your life.
Is this going to be like your collection of those
Funkos?
pops?
Dude,
Where
yeah,
you're
I'm
going to
just-
have like Crocs
gonna get
sitting
all of
on
them.
shelves in your room and ones you haven't worn ever because you just like to look and you don't want to ruin them?
Or he's buying like first gen Crocs that
Dude, if
used to
I-
be $5 for $500.
If I wore those
Oh, I
Crocs,
got to get off this site. I'm about to buy so many Crocs right now. They got 7-Eleven Crocs.
Of course they do.
if I had Crocs and I wore them to work, the holes would be full of mortar. Like I wouldn't have any holes anymore. Like, do they have
Work Crocs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
construction shoes.
They're the
Crocs.
all-terrains.
Are they? There holes in them? Like
Yeah, but
Crocs
they got
are.
screens.
Come on. It's ridiculous.
That still wouldn't stop the mortar from getting in there and standing in my socks.
No, for sure. You'd want to more than likely get the mortar under the tile rather than in your shoes.
Or not wear Crocs
Well,
or
you know-
Crocs to work.
You came in here with half a mortar
Dude, I was
bucket on your
covered.
body.
Covered.
Someone talk, Gibson. I don't know why that was funny.
All right, this is the time in the podcast where Jay stumbles over transitioning to our audio podcast pause.
Why do you gotta put that on me? I'm the one that opened the show.
We are 3 Dimes. We do a podcast every Thursday on YouTube and Facebook. It's going to continue to roll. Stick around. But for you listening at home on an audio source, because we also do an audio podcast, release it every Tuesday and Thursday, Jay's going to hit the button. We'll
Yeah.
see you later.
I mean, been trying to, so.
This holding shit up in front of the camera thing does not work.
No, because
what
you
do you
can't
gonna-
figure it out.
Well, you gotta
All
do.
right.
You gotta.
Welcome back to 3 Dimes. I'm here with my pals Jay and Tony. We're going to talk about some shit, so stick around and listen.
We basically talked about all of it on Tuesday, but we'll figure something out for this today.
So
Today's
for all
podcast.
of you watching on YouTube and Facebook, we're live. We're freaking live. For you listening at home, you had to wait. So that's fun. We were talking about bad decisions, and I got to break into this situation where I broke my phone.
well, you were talking about.
I was walking
having a
around
naked phone.
for a week with a naked phone, and I'm like, this thing is great with no case. It's like slides in and out of my pocket good. It's smaller in my hand.
It just feels sexy not
it
having
feels
a case.
way better, right?
They're
I'm
so
like, this
super
is
slippery, though.
fantastic.
They're
I'm
super
like, this is.
slippery.
And then I started noticing, like, yeah, every single person has a case on their phone. Like, nobody doesn't, right?
I think
I heard you
And
can
then I thought-
import these cases from China and almost make a living at small street fairs.
And I thought to myself, like, what's the scam? Why do we all buy these $1,000 phones that can't even withstand enough? So we go out and spend between $6 and $23 on it or whatever on a fucking case for the thing.
Dude, you can spend croc money on a case.
So I
You
got-
can get an OtterBox for like $80.
A week goes by and I'm loving life. My phone comes, my van comes back, repairs done. I can go get my case, but I'm like, nah. I'm wearing shorts tonight.
You're like, it feels so good in my back pocket.
I'm just gonna slide this into my pocket, not with the case. It's gonna take up less space.
I'm surprised.
be
That's so
fine.
much more room for activities.
I'm surprised they don't make a croc case.
So I'm walking around all day. I'm talking to my family about it. Hey, look at this naked phone. What a crazy
I
concept,
can
right?
see it's already cracked.
I fucking dropped it. End of the night, called my Uber. Boom, got the Uber set up. I turn around to look for my friends. I go
Usually-
back to look at my phone to see what the name of the Uber guy is. And it all went blank in my head, dude. I don't remember what happened, but I picked it up off the ground and it was busted as hell. Busted as hell.
Yeah, you see my phone. the back
Completely
of it.
shattered. Won't work at all. Doesn't work at all.
Doesn't
no
work?
screen. No display. Nothing. It's on right now. I can feel my thumbprint turning it on, but it's
Oh.
dead.
Try
Well, you
putting
know
it in rice for a day.
I'm gonna tell you what.
So what I did is I was like, I'll just call the fix-it people, right? They'll fix it. I'll take it there. They'll fix it. I'll come pick it up in an hour. It'll be great. None of them have the parts they need. They want $250. Fuck. I just buy a new phone at that cost. But then I find online that they sell the fucking general authorized replacement part for the Google phone. So I ordered it. It came today. I'm going to replace a screen
I've done that before.
on a
It's not e-
phone.
It's
not
easy. You'll love it.
Yeah. So I have.
So you think I should do it tonight after I get
should.
back from the podcast?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
you
it's like a
should.
2-beer job.
Two beer?
A what?
A 2-beer job.
Two-
Or you.
Two beer? Two
It's
beer?
2 frescas.
Yeah. So I have an iPhone, and my iPhone went through my dad's snowblower, and I still used it for years. But, this is not a joke.
I don't even understand.
How did it get in?
I
a
don't even
snow?
understand.
Why did the snowblower?
If you want to hear the whole story, I'll
do.
tell you really quick. I was working for my dad.
Yeah,
I
tell it
was
in
in
under
the
40 minutes.
I could tell you in under 40 seconds. I was in his car, came home from the job, got out of the car, fell out of my pocket into the snow, didn't realize it. He snowblowed his fucking driveway, and then all of a sudden he was to the point where his car was.
Fucking smashes the hot car.
He saw something go flying, and then I guess I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket, and then I was like, Dad, I think I dropped in your driveway, and he's like,
Yeah, I found
that's
it.
what went flying. So I went through the snowblower, and it was totally fine. I just had to find it. That was the hard part. Because it shot it like 20
You
feet.
got super lucky because it definitely could have got.
I
smashed.
wanted
can I
to
ask
send
you,
it.
Can I ask you a question?
It took you 36 seconds to tell that story, by the way. So that was close, dude.
Does your
That was close.
father happen to own a Toro snowblower?
Dude, beats the shit out of me. I think it's orange. Does that help?
You should call him and ask him.
My phone is, I
So
can't.
Toro snowblowers have their blades are made out of rubber.
No, this was definitely metal.
It went through a metal one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Well, here's
I mean,
the thing.
it could have got caught up in a chunk of snow and just
Yeah.
chunked, but the
Yeah, well,
odds,
you know,
Or
the
they
odds.
Or it's just
they
it's
could
an
just
iPhone.
make them. They make the outsides better because the inside sucks so bad.
Or it's an iPhone, and you guys should switch from Android shits to iPhones.
I don't get that thing.
And
What
I
is
wanted
with
to send
the
this
and-
story.
What is with the Apple people who are just fucking obsessed with people who don't have iPhones for some reason? I don't get it.
A lot of things
Very cultish.
work better. I was at the gym
lot
today.
of
I was
things
trying
work
to
better.
send you guys a text saying I don't want fries, French fries. I sent it to you like 8 times. I kept coming back, unable to send. But then I had like 3 other people with iPhones sending me texts perfectly. I could send pictures, I could send videos, whatever I wanted. For some reason, it didn't go to your damn asses with the fucking Androids because you got Androids.
I feel like that's a you problem.
Could have been. But the fact of the matter is, iPhones communicate better. And if you want to communicate with me better, get an iPhone.
I'll stick with Android.
Okay, that's why we don't communicate very
So
well.
I got a group of friends that are all in the chat, and I'm the only non-iPhone person in the chat. There's like 8 of us or something in this thing. It's a text message chat. They say everything looks all fucked up on their side because every time I respond, it's different, and like it breaks
Yeah.
up the chat thread somehow on their side and
It does.
fucks everything up.
Yeah.
So
does.
they all harass me to get an iPhone. So there's like this online app apparently you can use that makes it look like you've got an iPhone. It sends an iMessage instead of a
weird.
regular SMS text message, which
Yep.
fucks up their shit. So I'm going to get this app and send them the message, and then they're going to be like, finally, you got an iPhone. And I'm just going to say, yeah, I did. So they'll shut the fuck up about me and my goddamn phone. I don't get it.
I'm just trying to help your life out, man.
I don't understand why everyone cares
You're
so
not
much.
trying to help our life out.
You
You're
would've
trying-
dropped-
Misery loves company.
I think that's what
So-
it is.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't actually own 2 iPhones that are both functioning. They're garbage.
So
I choose Samsung.
Why do you own 2?
We have our shop phone's an iPhone,
whatever.
which my wife can't wait to get rid of because it's such a hunk of shit.
Well,
And
it,
She has the iPhone before that, and I'll tell you why we have the iPhone for our business.
it's at iPhone 14. I mean, if you have an 8, it's going to be a little bit of a difference.
Not much. All they did was change the camera.
And the size.
You laugh with
and the
your fucking
thickness.
condescending laugh.
Wait, I wish the camera was on you when you do that. But it wasn't. It was on my fucking face.
Your slow look away.
I
My iPhone.
I really think I didn't make those
They've
noises.
only changed the camera.
Let's check the
That's it.
I
The guts are the same. They're still using iPhone 3 guts.
yeah, probably. But you know what? An iPhone's still better.
There I go.
Chris, that's your problem, man. You,
Yeah, that must be a Samsung camera.
Yeah. That's not an iPhone camera.
But the only reason we have iPhones for work is because with US Cellular, iPhone has an exclusive right to Jesus fuck.
His phone rang and everything went down. It vibrated and everything
We
went
missed
down.
that on camera too. Fuck, I don't know how long this is gonna last.
US Cellular has a visual voicemail that Apple has exclusive rights to.
Meaning it reads it off like a text message.
So the voicemails come in as a converted Chinese text message because no talk to text understands
never
any
right.
Wisconsin accent. They can't.
I don't know. The Google translates pretty legit. It could do up north woods there.
But that's the only reason we have that because all the voicemails come through in text, and we're due for a new
That'll stay.
office line, and she said she can't even deal with the iPhone anymore. Now she's been an iPhone and Samsung user
All right. Well, you know what? The
for 12 years now.
first thing you need to do is get a new fucking internet.
One thing I
connection.
noticed is that people who don't have iPhones don't give a shit what other people's phone is. And people who have iPhones really fucking care what you're using. Like,
we
you
can't-
could just be walking down the street, your phone rings, and if it's not an iPhone, people will spit at your feet.
Yeah, we care about your guys' lives.
Like,
you know, your life is in danger.
You're like the pastor that dedicates his whole life to telling everybody how gay people are going to
If
hell and you
you-
shouldn't get abortions.
I had a question.
Two
before.
things that don't bother him none if he just minds his own fucking business.
I had a
That's
question
always the guy who
asked-
gets caught with a dick in his mouth.
I had
too.
a question asked to me. I was like, if I was stranded on a desert island, what would be the one thing that I would want? And I said an iPhone.
I would have
There's
said my
so
wife.
many.
No service.
There's so many things that it could do. It could build you. It could teach you how to build a fort. You know, you could live off the land and learn how to fish.
You
There's
think you're
no-
going to be
there's
out
no
there like,
fucking
hey
cell
Siri,
tower."
hey Siri.
I mean, you get the first
That is
3
the
days.
fucking dumb shit you would do.
The 3 days
Instead of
I
saying,
get
I want a
of-
gun and unlimited ammo or a flashlight.
But what if there is no animals to hunt? You can't shoot fucking fish out of the water.
You shoot yourself
You
because you are
sure the
so
fuck
fucking
can.
miserable.
I scratched it. I want a gun and one bullet.
So an iPhone would have saved a lot of people's life stranded on like, you know, Tom Hanks in Castaway. If he had an
Gilligan's Island
iPhone,
wouldn't have happened if he would
he
have
would've
used
been
an
fine.
iPhone.
he would have married his wife, and she wouldn't have gone to the doctor and, you know, fucked them over with.
If only one of them fucking packages would have been an iPhone 4.
Well, you know what they say about that movie? They say that the package he didn't open was actual like a huge survival kit with everything he needed to survive, as far as making fire.
But he did survive.
Well, yeah, he did survive, but to make it easier for
I
him
mean,
to
I
survive.
haven't seen the movie, but it looked like it had a happy ending.
You never saw Castaway.
No.
He pops it open and
Alright.
it's a fucking blow up doll that
Ridiculous.
explodes out like a safety raft ready for him.
They find him on a blow up.
Hi, my name's Jane.
with just a big wide open mouth.
Dude, you got to see Castaway. It's a great movie.
Oh, it's
I don't know, man.
amazing. I saw it play about 400 times, and I
I
still don't get
fucking
sick of
hate
it.
Tom Hanks. The only good thing
Okay.
he ever did was Forrest Gump.
I think that might be the one movie that has less dialogue than that one with Sandra Bullock we watched.
Tony, one of your favorite movies is Catch Me If You Can, and he's one of the main characters in it. So you're
But
a
I
lying
pretend
piece of
he's not
shit.
in it.
You're
I
a lying,
only- I-
crock wearing.
I fast forward
Piece
the
of shit.
only Leo parts.
How do you fast forward it when they're in the same frame?
He goes one-eyed. He goes one-eyed for a second to keep
No.
Tom out.
But Tom Hanks.
He's slipping like this, blocking Tom with his schnoz, and then one eye closed.
Really, Tom's got to be in here? Come on. Really, he doesn't need to be in here at this point. I'm just done.
Like what? Vin Diesel wasn't available?
The only part Tony watches of that show is when Leo's character fucking destroys him and tricks the shit out of him and gets away with a fake badge. You remember that part?
I watched the whole thing. I just pretend I'm somewhere else when I see Tom Hanks.
Like on a desert island,
It's ridiculous.
deserted island in the middle of the ocean. Okay, so what would you guys, if you had one thing What would you bring to a
That's easy. A gun and a hooker.
one thing?
That's two.
That's two.
One thing?
One thing. So
Just
you
a hooker then.
okay.
Just a hooker.
Well, then you got to feed her and keep her
Are you
alive.
gonna-
Well, no, because when I'm done with her, she can turn into food.
It's fucking diabolical. That is.
keeping certain parts alive just long enough.
You're keeping her alive and just skinning pieces of skin off of her and eating what? Oh my god, dude! I don't even want to. Okay, Chris, you know what? What's your answer to that one?
Yeah, probably be like an axe or a hammer
Hey, wait,
or a
wait,
multi-tool.
multi-tool, maybe. Yeah, that's one.
But like
thing.
a blade, a
A
nice long machete, a machete,
For real, mine would have to be fire.
or a
Something-
net.
I need something to start fire. Everything starts and ends with fire.
Okay,
I
so
think I could start a fire.
If you don't
Ooh,
have
that'd be
fire,
hard.
if you don't have fire, you're gonna die from fucking malaria.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even start
You're
a
gonna
fire.
be cold. You're gonna be fucking wet.
what's with dying from malaria? Not
Fire
having
start-
Fire
Starter.
keeps away bugs. Bugs won't.
Well, the smoke does, but I guess yeah. Well, you don't get smoke without fire, right?
Word. You're a
I don't know.
wise
That's
man.
a tough one, man.
Just throw sand in the air all the time. Bugs will
Would
stay
would
away.
you ever joke? Would you ever do Naked and Afraid, where they send you out, you get one item, you get 7 days, and if I
Yeah, I'd
could
have
go,
to pack
No.
on some lbs though.
No.
I wouldn't want to go on in this shape.
you'd want to have a few to burn.
Yeah, I want to get
That
real
actually
round.
would be. I feel like that would actually be harder to do if you were way overweight than if you were just in between, like kind of like you.
Yeah, but you could just lay there and just eat yourself for a little bit.
Your
in a
body
sense. just let your
just-
body just.
well, you still have to get water. You can't live
That's true.
without water. You can live for months without food, but not.
Nah, I don't know about
I-
months.
Okay, well,
I-
at least
I-
a month.
I learned from a true Prime podcast that you can actually live off of R. Kelly pissing in your mouth your whole childhood.
That's
Terrible.
gross.
Terrible.
That's so gross.
It's terrible.
But you guys watching Naked and Afraid shows?
I've watched them.
I've seen it.
They have a new one called Last One Standing, and this is the first one they're actually getting paid for someone being the last one standing, obviously. But actually, it's
so they just
one
gotta
of the
last
most-
like hundreds of
no,
days.
no. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but I don't know what they're doing. Everyone's supposed to be there for 45 days. I don't know how they're ending it. It's still
The
going on
circle
now.
gets smaller, and you got to move more towards the center and compete.
I don't know. But
For
it's
resources?
it's like one of the best Naked and Afraid I've ever seen because there's one guy in there that everyone's fighting against, which I love that guy. I want him to win. His name's Jeff. Anybody watching the Naked and Afraid show knows what I'm talking about. I like him. I hate everybody else. They're all fucking bitches.
I've thought about because I've gone to this music festival and I have a really great time, but I imagine how it would like a Naked and Afraid episode where you drop a guy from like Wall Street in the middle of this music festival for 4 days and give him like $60 in a roll up sleeping bag.
He'd be at your woods gambling.
Yeah,
And you gotta make it through the whole 4 days on that $60, and you gotta find somewhere to sleep each night. The guy would girl would document it all, like, and it'd be so out of their element because they're from like Wall Street, where $60 gets you a Coke and a small bagel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think of that idea? Would you be
I don't think-
entertained by that?
I don't think enough people know what goes on in those concerts to understand
Well, that's-
the meaning of being in that with such limited
Resources?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it. You telling me right now, it doesn't make like I
Okay.
feel like. So how many days is this?
4 days.
4 days, and if you leave, you're out. You can't come back.
Sure, you can. Sure, you could. But
That-
not in
that
this
would,
show.
That would actually be a great series where every episode you took somebody and put them in their exact opposite
like total
element,
opposite
like wife
environment.
swap on Chappelle's show.
Yeah. So now instead of being like undercover boss or whatever, where you're like you are a Wall Street broker making $14,000 a day. living a high life lifestyle where everyone serves on you and there's the ride's ready, breakfast is ready, water's hot, all the whole thing, shirts pressed, the nines, right? And we put you inside of the ghetto, where you got $36 to last for you till Friday, where you get paid, and it's $84 that you're getting paid, and you have to navigate.
It's kind of like Undercover Boss.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting show to take someone who just is willing to change their lifestyles completely. I guess it is kind of like Wife Swap.
So-
That's almost worse, where they put you in your house with some other random fucker who has all these rules and situations.
So I where I hunt, we're a half hour from what would be considered a big city, and that big city is, I don't know, 20,000 people. So a small suburb of Milwaukee, pretty much. And then the town that we hunt in has a population of 300 people, and their downtown consists of 2 closed down restaurants that have been many things over the last 30 years I've been going there. But never anything that lasted over 2 years. They have a hotel, which is a restaurant on the main floor, and the second floor is a hallway with rooms and a shared bathroom. Now, the hotel or the restaurant have never been open at the same time. And currently out of business. And then there's 2 bars. So the only place you have to go eat is at one of these bars. So the farm that we hunt at is about a 6-minute drive from downtown. And we were talking to the farmer's kid, who is in his 30s. And he said, "Oh, what y'all doing today?" Said, "Oh, we're going to go in to the bar and get a cheeseburger." And he goes, "I heard they're real good. I've never been into town."
That's ridiculous.
And me and my brother look at each other. We're like, "What do you mean you never been into town?" He's like, "I never really left the farm." He's like, he goes, "When I was little, my parents took me into a city one time to go to a doctor, but I'd never been into town."
That's crazy. Throw that guy in New York City or some
And-
shit.
Is he a Jehovah's Witness?
And that dude's, I mean, he married his neighbor, but
I thought you
he's like a married dude with a kid. Like, they have their kids at their house. Like, they don't go to fucking doctors. They don't go to fucking school.
That's
nothing.
crazy.
They just live in this fucking farm. Now, take that dude and give him $600.
Oh, yeah, like a big stack.
$600. And he's like, "Holy fuck. Like, I got to farm 400 acres for half a season to get this kind of cash."
Yeah.
And tell him he's got to last 1 week without leaving downtown Chicago.
Oh, God, dude. You wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it a week. No way. Not in Chicago. There's no way you'd
Dude,
make it a
he'd be
week.
sucking dicks by Tuesday
There's
to try
no-
to get hotel money.
There's no way, because hotels will get you for one. But you could stay in like a what do they call them?
B&B.
Nah, where you it's like a commune, but it's not a commune. I can't think of the name.
Like a boarding house.
Yeah,
type thing.
where like you said, where it's like 3 rooms, share a bathroom, share a room, you get a bunk. You rent out for $35, you get a bunk and a locker, and there's a bathroom around the corner, and there's 4 people, 5 people in the same room
halfway house.
$35 for how long?
for a day.
That's
Like
kinda-
they have those
That sounds expensive.
hostels, a hostel where you
Expensive.
a hotel room's $385, and you get a queen size room and 312 square feet in a bathroom. So
And
I mean, your
and
life's
you take a bunch
better.
of roaches home with you.
Your life's better, sure, but
Roaches.
you could do it.
take a bunch of roaches.
But you'd have to sleep on the street, on the L or something.
well, as long as it's summertime, I mean,
Dude, do you got Mr. Flix's number?
Mr. Flicks.
Yeah, Netflix.
No, I don't have them. But that's a great idea for a show.
Dude, we need to do this. Is anybody famous watching?
Yeah, there's a lot of famous people watching. They just don't like to comment. They're so famous.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like if you are
We're
watching.
watching.
Hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you don't forget us for your next time you're looking for something to watch on the internet. We've got hundreds of episodes of this trash.
We've been around for 4 years.
Yeah.
Guys, 4 years.
Pretty
I mean,
ridiculous.
I don't even have a kid that I had. My youngest is not even. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. It's a long time. That's what I'm trying to say. It's painful. This weather I'm going through. I don't fucking.
So I got a thing I'm
trying-
doing.
I'm trying to not.
Jay
have
forgot
empty
he wasn't at
gaps.
therapy for a minute.
So
He's like, it hurts so bad on the inside.
I'm officiating a 10-year marriage renewal ceremony.
Renewing your vows.
Someone who was at the wedding that I officiated recommended me to these people. And I
Nice.
know them,
Are we invited?
sort of.
I've
They
only
did
got
say-
bar mitzvah gigs since mine.
They did say that I could invite some family or maybe a friend or two to come to the ceremony and have dinner. And they're just having like 60 people at their house, a ceremony, dinner in the garage kind of thing, and dancing and music, right? But how cool is that? So I got to go through the whole thing again.
How much you charging them?
I don't know. I think I'm going to not charge
What?
and go with the
Donation?
Feel free to pay me whatever you feel my services
Feels
were worth.
right.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Whatever feels right.
But yeah, so they called me 2 nights ago, and they're like, "Hey, you recommended," and they don't know anything of what to do. They got married 10 years ago. They barely remember it. Then I'm like, "So do you have like your vows you want me to read, or you want to read them?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we should do something like that." I'm like, "Do you want to do like a candle thing or hammer nails into a piece of wood or something that signifies whatever?" I don't know. And they're
I
like, "I don't know."
got some old balsa wood I can bring over and you guys can karate chop it in half.
I'm like, basically, okay, I'm just going to be like an MC. You guys figure out what you want for the party.
Are you going
I'll-
to wear the Gallagher outfit?
I'm like, I'll wear a dress. I mean, if you want me dressed up like a circus clown and you want me to run this like a church carnival, I'll do that. I'm in. Let's do it. This sounds great. So I'm pretty excited about it, actually. But
can you bring an opening act?
they have, yeah, right.
When is it?
All right, the wedding, what you're here for today is to remind yourselves of the 10 years that you've been married. But first, I want to introduce you to my friend over here. They call him the White Kevin Hart. He's here
He's
to
on.
read off his iPad. Jay!
He's only going
Pulls-
to be up for a couple minutes, so don't worry. It's a quick one.
Pulling Gatorades out of his jacket, ready to go
Gatorade.
on stage.
Because he's saying, because I not quit, because, I'm not a quitter. Stop drinking for a while just to get my ball bearings in good shape so I could still roll down the hill.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting old, man.
So I accepted the gig. We didn't talk money. Should be a good time. It's in like 2.5 weeks or something.
Whoa.
3 weeks.
So wait, you having like a DJ, a band? Or
I'm
what are you
not
doing?
having. They're having
Or
someone
they're,
do
whatever.
music.
If you're going to officiate it, you got to bring all the
I
entertainment.
know. I told them kind of too. I was like, I'm not going to plan your wedding, but I'll participate. And then once it's dinner time, I'm drinking beers and having fun. Like,
There's a couple key phrases you can use to make yourself sound like you've done this a million times.
well, they
Like-
asked, and I was like, to be frank, this is only my second time anyone's ever asked me to
you
do
already
this.
told. Because you got to use phrases like, well, what we usually do
Yeah.
is typically we would.
Yeah. Most of the time, what people will choose is that it's going to be a good time. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if I'm going to like rent a tux or if I'm going to go casual, cowboy. I don't know what I'm going to do. If they don't
Dude,
say,
go-
I might go something.
Go
full
full
out.
pulp.
Straight fucking robed and whatever.
Robe,
the
3
arm
foot-
thing. with
3
the
foot
strap.
hat.
What is cowboy?
I don't know. I dress up like a
meaning?
cowboy. Fucking
What-
cowboy
what-
boots,
Cool
spurs,
little bolo tie.
real tight jeans, a hat that's like too tall for what not a bow tie, one of those
Bolo.
stirrup things or
Yeah.
whatever they are. Yeah, dude, one of them shirts
with
that's
a
got like
medallion on.
extra padded leather on the shoulders
Yeah.
for all the hard work that I do with tassels on the arms, kind of leather.
Yeah, big hand polished piece of turquoise in
Yeah.
your bolo charm.
Yeah, I'll wear my support the American farmer belt buckle with my belt buckle belt I've got.
I regret asking now because you had like this whole like planned out.
I have
now.
to get all of these things except for the support American farmers belt buckle. That I got. Would you do that, Jay? Do you think you'd be good in front of a crowd like that?
You guys
60
already seen me in front of a crowd.
Dude,
No.
dude.
Well, that
Unless I
was
have a
a
band.
wild ass crowd.
Unless I have a band behind me and I'm singing, no, I'd be terrible. I'm not good at public speaking. That's one of my worst fears, is having to stand in front. And that's probably a fear
have
a lot of people have.
Tens and thousands of subscribers
Yeah, but I
that
can't
listen to
I can't
us.
see him. I all I see is a fucking white wall right here and a fucking TV and
And that helps you?
Tony's boobs on his foot. I mean, I don't
the boob
see,
ankle, huh?
I don't see anything. I don't like if I see the people looking at me and I feel like they're not entertained.
So you freeze on
It
Skype calls.
makes me nervous.
It's got to be my internet. It's not me, I swear.
Talking about Skype, we're gonna start bringing some guests in here to entertain you guys more a little bit. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, that's right. You had a guest
I
to
have
come in.
I have one guy in the lineup that well, I don't want to talk about it right
Yeah,
now.
let's not let it
but
loose.
but I mean anybody. I think that we brought more to the show than just scattering our stories. I think that kind of would, like next week we're gonna have this, next week we're gonna have that. I think it would help to create some attention.
It might be interesting to try it out, I would say, for sure.
Well, we had the last time when Tony and I talked about this. We talked about it when you left. And Tony was like, this is the first time that I heard him say it. It's like, I never was into this, Jay, but I think we got to start bringing guests in. You remember that? Or did you remember that? Or was I just drunk and imagined you saying that? Because you're looking at me very stone faced. Like, I have no idea what you're thinking.
Did I look like a unicorn when you said this?
Yeah,
No, I remember talking about it.
you still into that?
Gonna
Or no?
We're going to do a little
Why do you have
revamping. but
jdub.org in your hand?
I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's from Chris from last time. Okay. That's
From my-
Jehovah's Witness website.
From my pen pal.
Okay. I'm
My
sorry.
bad.
jw.org.
I think he's messing with that. What's going on? No, go back to what I was saying. Answer what I was saying. A question.
Yeah, I think a quick little revamp is much needed. I think we reformat, restructure, rename, and start from scratch with something even better than what we've done.
Meat Hammer Chronicles episode 1 is in our future, I think.
You still? I mean, are you into that Meat Hammer Chronicles?
I mean, it was probably one of the best names I ever came up with.
It's good. I
mean,
like
And,
I-
it.
at
and
this
if
point,
I still
I
had that
don't
text
care.
log,
I can only imagine the logos we could come up with.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Meat Hammer Chronicles. I mean, you could just use a simple meat tenderizing hammer. You could use a wood one, steel one. You could use the words meat hammer. You could do Meat Hammer Chronicles. 3
All right,
words.
so
you could do.
First
there's
off,
so
the thing
much.
that I think about when I hear that name and I have no idea what the fuck it is,
MHC.
I'm thinking of guys that prepare or slaughter animals and feed or give them to like a butcher or something, like a butcher's podcast. That's what I think of Meat Hammer Chronicles. Or
I just think of guys talking about their dicks.
I guess, yeah, if you want to look at it that way.
You know, the thing is when we were trying to figure out a name for this before I even knew you, before I even signed up for any dating
Yeah,
services.
farmers only.
Me, Jay, and somebody who will remain unnamed because he's a bitch, texted back and forth obsessively for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I bet you I texted in 500 names.
Well, I mean, that's a little exaggerated, but yeah, there were a lot.
I sent
Let's take a zero.
sometimes dozens at a time.
No, I don't.
And that's the only name I remember. And I'm the one who came up with 3 dimes.
Well, you know, you didn't come up with 3 dimes on a text. You came up with it when we were all together in the room.
Maybe.
I'm almost positive. We were like,
That's a
you said it, and we are like, yeah, that sounds fucking great. I swear to God, we were face to face when we were talking about
Yeah.
that. Well, that's beside the point. People don't want to hear that. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about how this was created.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And the directions it's going.
Especially the 4 years it's been taking us to do anything. Oh, man.
It's coming along, man.
I mean, we're getting a little better at it. How come my shoulder looks like the guy from Snoopy?
This is funny because say we're
Charlie
getting
Brown.
better at it, and then you immediately get distracted.
It looks
and
like
start
Charlie Brown's shirt. doesn't it?
slowly touching your shoulder, asking why it looks like Snoopy.
Charlie Brown. I meant to.
I'll bet you Puma's made a collabo with Crocs. The Puma Croc?
Maybe. That sounds like a good idea.
I want to go back to this. I don't understand
might
why
buy a
Crocs
Croc
doesn't
then.
make other shit.
I might buy a Croc.
Yeah, I searched up Croc phone case and they don't exist.
Why don't they make other shit?
They got the rubber.
They got the name. Like, why couldn't these, instead of be Cost, they could be Crocs and they could be all foamy and full of holes?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I think it's this. You know, it's the same thing that goes with construction. Don't be a handyman. Stick with what you're good at. You know, I'm good at tile. I ain't gonna try fucking studding your walls or laying carpet.
Really
Stick with the
shouldn't be
shoes.
laying tile.
Stick with the shoes. Stick with the shoes. I mean, that's what's selling.
Jay, I'm going fishing next week. That's why I'm not going to be here. Going
In
fishing
the ocean?
in the biggest lake.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would get me excited if it was the ocean. Otherwise, my brother asked me to fish all the time, and I'm like, you catch the same goddamn fish every time. It's just like a centimeter bigger or smaller. Fishing.
Sit.
That's its fishing.
Eagle flies over, catches a fish. I still don't. Reel it back in.
Be careful,
go
man. 'Cause
again.
some of those boats have holes in them.
Nothing makes you feel more American.
Dude, you turn on some Tom Petty on the Bluetooth speaker.
So do you even catch
crack
any
a
fish?
beer?
Doesn't even matter.
Sure, I will.
Like what? Bluegill or sunfish or
Like probably like
panfish?
3 dozen of them a day. Yeah.
You catch 48 of them.
Well, 3 dozen
Oh,
is
wait.
36, but yeah, you snap them up all day, dude. It's great.
I almost agreed with you for like 1 second. There was like 1 second where I'm like, wow, Jay's good at math.
I'm thinking to myself, like, what? Does this guy think I'm going to go out at night and do it too instead of just the day?
That is a lot of fish, though.
No, you snap up fish all day. It's a ton of fun. You're pulling a fish off a hook every 15 minutes, maybe.
I don't want to get into this debate about salt.
It's a blast,
salt
dude.
and fresh.
It's a blast.
You
Throw
would
a
have-
bobber on there. Pretend like you know what you're doing. Change the height of the bobber. Get some deeper fish. It's great, dude.
Take the bobber off, throw it down, grab yourself a catfish.
Go out on a boat not bigger than this fucking table. The little motor on the back of it.
It's gonna sink like my
It's great.
situation in Florida. That would be great. Wouldn't that be fun?
What,
A story?
The city you go to?
Dun, dun, dun. Because it's underwater.
No, it's not. It's dry now, I think. I mean, there's dead people they haven't found yet, so that's an issue. The crocodile or alligators, I mean.
They got pulled out to the ocean, bro. They got planktoned.
Plankton?
Yeah. Little itty bitty bites at a time got eaten up into fish food.
Yeah, there ain't much left of them old people to begin with.
When they're never mind.
Florida,
Not
a
saying
hot place to die.
anything. You're funny. It's the retirement capital of,
The world.
yeah. Right.
Runner-up's Arizona.
Is it really?
That's where my grandparents went.
So yeah, going up north, whole week long, in a little 500 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath cabin. with my in-laws,
So not like this.
my
never
wife,
happened
my
before.
kid. I know this is like the 8th or 9th year we've gone. Apparently, this is going to be the last year, though. They sold the actual resort as condos to people, so we might not be going up there anymore.
Mm. That's sad in you. You want there's like
I mean,
million lakes.
it's been legit, man. It's a pretty legit situation, but
So
I'm trying
buy
to
one
think
of
of
the
what-
condos. Quit being a
we were
fucking
thinking about it,
cheapskate.
but it's too far away and too expensive.
How
for-
much?
I don't know. They were pretty
You don't
expensive.
go halvesies?
They were pretty damn.
Were they
expensive.
over 50 G's?
Yeah, they were up there, dude. They're
Damn.
nice, and it's on really nice.
you think
property.
a condo out there is
Well,
under
no, this is a
$50,000?
non-air conditioned furnace, small water heater, small bedrooms, small living room. I mean, it's a cabin on stilts, no basement, crawl space, no attic. It's tiny. There's like 400 square feet or something
So a storage building you can get at
Yeah.
Home Depot already
Yeah.
made.
on a beautiful piece of land on a
Okay.
lake, though.
What lake?
It's big Saint Germain, which is a pretty big.
Saint
good lake.
Germain.
By like Eagle River.
It's
Paris,
yeah,
Saint Germain.
Yeah, we stay there, like I said, every year. And yeah, it's gonna be sad to see it go, but
Yeah. Oh, the shit like Saint Germain, Eagle River, Minocqua is all fucking crazy.
super expensive stuff. But it's great. What we do, it's great for what we do. We go up there 1 week. You pay a lot. I mean, it's expensive per night.
Is your like well, you have a motor, so never mind. I was gonna say
You
no
know,
motor lake.
No, it's
Saint Germain's
attached.
a big lake.
It's yeah. You can. There's people who put their big fish lines with like all the fucking walleye hooks on them, and
What?
shit, and fan out and
They
fish.
do that in that lake.
It's a
Yeah.
big one. It's a pretty big lake. Like I
Wow.
have it's a 15 horsepower little boat we rent, or her dad rents it. And
you better hope that shit ain't choppy.
you can I mean you can maybe run the whole lake in a day, and I mean it's pretty big.
A day? It would
I
take
mean,
you a day.
Maybe not, but with this little motor, if you just ran the coast all the way around it, maybe. I mean, it's big, dude.
That
You can run straight across it, maybe probably take you like 45 minutes though.
wow.
In this little boat, but you're
That
only
is-
going like what, a knot and a half or
So-
something. Shit. But yeah, these waves, man, you look at them and you're like, oh, that's nothing. You get out there and you're fucking in them, man. You're throwing your weight in this little boat to try to keep yourself level. It's
So do you
kind of
do you you stay towards the shore?
No, I
Kinda,
go out
so
there.
the waves aren't so fucking crazy.
I fucking go right at it, dude. I'm pretty
Yeah.
confident in what I got going on, but it's
For no
sketchy
reason.
as shit. It's sketchy as shit.
And-
But then what we do is we like to go to this one lake. I think I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Lake Content. It's through the channel and it's just a short little channel, but it's fucking mirror smooth. There's fucking like 20 families of eagles that live on this lake. They're American eagles, bald eagles, or whatever. They're everywhere. There's like 15 residents on this lake. Otherwise, it's all just fucking woods. It's legit. It's a great place to fucking chill out.
It sounds fun. How far away from how many hours?
It's damn near in the UP, so it's like 5.5 hours north of here. It's a haul.
Oof.
So we leave Saturday, come back Saturday, spend a whole week.
They got bears there and
Sure.
and wolves
Sure.
and coyotes,
Sure, absolutely.
mountain lions,
Maybe. I mean, yeah, it's up there, dude.
pumas,
I just think that's a mountain lion.
jaguars.
No more. That's it. That's all the animals there are. There
You know,
aren't
you know-
anymore. There's a lot of golf
Did we-
courses. A lot of.
Did we talk about the bear that was in New Berlin
No, I heard
causing-
about that.
causing havoc?
I
And
heard it, but
it's actually right by my cousin's house. Like his neighbors found bear
bear
shite.
What do they call that? Scat?
Scat, I think. I guess I don't know, but they have some of the houses around there have trail cams, and they catch the bear tearing down their high up bird feeder, just ripping the shit out of it. Like it's a metal
It's
hole.
on. It's on with their. I mean, come on. It's a bird feeder.
I know, but it seemed
It's
like
a
a
fucking
thick
bear.
metal pole that it just bent like a toothpick. Like,
So you're afraid it's gonna come running up into your subdivision?
I wish I could see it. I'd hit it with my van.
Do you know what to do? Is it a brown bear or black bear?
It's a black.
Do you know what to do with a black bear? Do you run her or do you play dead?
What it's you stand still, right? Or you
I don't know.
I don't fucking
It's
know.
one of the two.
you just stand up really high.
Brown bears want you to run, or brown bears want you to play dead.
What's the
Black
difference
bears
between-
want you to run.
What's the
I
difference
think.
between a brown and a grizzly?
There's
Like
no
probably
difference.
like 400 pounds.
No, they're the same.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Brown bear, grizzly, and
I don't know
Kodiak
about bears.
are all the same. Those are
Why
their
do they
regional
call 'em-
names.
Oh, or the region
Yeah.
where they live. Okay,
Sort
so
of like a poly,
black-
roly poly, a potato bug, and a
Yeah.
pill bug.
Black bears. Black bears are what we have in Wisconsin.
You should have done bear facts instead of pill.
I just
Bug
thought
facts.
that was I might have missed one of them or two of them, but I thought that was interesting.
It was kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting.
I'll give you another fact in 2 weeks since you're not going to be here next week watching.
Bobbers Bob.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. So you go on the lake. You go by yourself or you go with your wife?
go with the
right?
wife.
Your kid fishes.
Kid will come for some
She
of it.
gets bored. She's like, take me back, Dad.
Kind of. Why would you stay out sitting on a boat doing nothing with mom and dad when you could be up at the cabin with your neighbor friend and whatever else?
So
Yeah.
and then Tony is at his cabin, his trailer park for the
He's on
My,
vacation.
my middle class trailer park.
for this week, and he's like I came here on vacation, and you can't. We asked him, you're on vacation, but you're working. So he comes
I
in.
don't have a choice. My request for off was denied.
So his wife made a job happen the same time they're on vacation at their trailer park.
Yeah, so she's having the time of her life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since
And-
hubby's not around even.
We could not get on the internet. We tried calling her. She did not answer the phone. I
No,
saw
because
she
she's
just,
having fun.
She just called you back 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
maybe.
swim time's over now.
And then I saw Tony click on a couple options like, what? I'll talk to you later. Or
I sent her
busy,
the quick text. I'm in an estimate. Call me later.
You send that one to me all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You asshole. Now I know you aren't in an estimate, you dick.
No, when I send it, I am. Otherwise, I say I'll call you back.
Bullshit. No, you always estimate. You always use it. Like I'll call him at 9 at night. I'm in an estimate. Can't answer the phone. Like what the fuck? And I believe you.
That's terrible.
I believe him. He's in
I'll,
an estimate.
I'll start sending you pictures in other people's houses. I'm in an estimate. This
See?
is Diane.
See, that's Diane there. I'm in an estimate, I swear. It's still light in the house. It's dark outside.
I think you swear to God you have it automated for whenever I call.
It won't
just
be.
To say, Jay,
It
I'm
won't
in
be
an estimate."
weird when I ask my potential customer. Can I get a quick picture of you? Yeah, one of my buddies doesn't actually believe that I'm in a stranger's house right now, so I got to prove.
This is totally
to
not
him.
weird at all. It's normal.
I think now I'm going to ask for it. Now I want to find out next time that you call or
Prove it.
I want you to, and I don't ask you to, but now that you mention it, I
Yeah.
want a proof.
So now I got to ask the customer. Do you by chance have a copy of today's newspaper?
So I can date.
Actually, no. I want you to do is I want you for them to hold up the tile or the selection they made for what you're going to do at their
Like a-
house. And if they don't have a selection, I want you to have a tape measure out measuring what you're going to be tiling. Otherwise, it's not legit.
So my friend who doesn't believe that I'm actually in an estimate asked for a topless picture. So I know we just met, Mike,
But I'm gonna take
can you
my
take your
shirt
shirt off?
I'm going to take my shirt off and take a picture of me.
You got a powder room I could use so I could get the right angle in the mirror.
Oh my God. I don't want to see that. Just want to see what you're tiling. I swear to God, you're not in an estimate. Or it could just be, like you said, your fat thumbs. Wait, did you say that or someone else say that?
I don't know.
Well, you did.
Sounds
you,
like something that makes sense for me.
you did text us a weird thing that didn't make sense, and Chris said there was just him talking.
Maybe it was me sending a gift.
He sent a picture of an order, and I go, I'm not gonna open it, but it looks fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought, okay, yeah. See, it doesn't make sense to me. Now it does. That would have helped, but whatever.
All right, Jay, pull us out of this train wreck.
All right, you guys, we appreciate you coming and listening to 3 Dimes. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends. We need all the help we can get. And remember, www.manscaped.com/3dimes. Get 20% off your next order and 3 months free of delivery.
If it can shave that beard, it can shave anything.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out.
We won't be here next week. Okay, just to let you know,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Hopefully, it's not a month again.
So